Today I'm going to be making some homemade yogurt for a friend, so I figured I would take you along with me. All you need is a cheese thermometer, a pot, gallon of milk, and a starter culture, which today is just in the form of plain Greek yogurt. Okay, since I'm only making a half gallon today, I'm actually going to take the milk and pour it into my quart jars so I know that I will have 2 quarts worth of yogurt. So if you want to end up with 2 quarts, put a little bit more. Turn the milk on. I have an electric stove, so I'll turn it on dead center medium. Your target temperature for this recipe is between 160 and 180. You want to hold it there for at least 30 minutes, and you want to see a good evaporation line on the side of the milk pot. You're just going to stir occasionally as the milk cooks. This part is not very exciting. Okay, my milk's hit 180. I'm just scooping some of the skin out. That's going to happen as the milk gets hotter. You just take your slotted spoon and just remove as much skin as you can. You're gonna fill your sink up a little bit of the way with cold water and prepare to transfer your pot into the sink to cool the milk. Okay, you're gonna place your pot of scalded milk inside your sink filled with a little bit of water, cold water. You can put some ice cubes in that water if you have them. I don't have enough today. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna keep stirring that milk with the thermometer in until the milk reaches between 110 degrees to 115 degrees. I shoot for about 112. We've hit 140. We have almost hit 115. So I'm gonna prepare my yogurt culture. Now you're going to inoculate your yogurt with your starter culture, which for me is just store-bought plain Greek yogurt. I do about 3 tablespoons for 2 quarts. If you're going to do a full gallon, 4 heaping tablespoons works too. Okay, now you're just gonna need a big ladle. I prefer a canning funnel, but I can't find mine. And I'm gonna use a mesh strainer this time. And that's one of the burnt bits I was talking about that you don't want in your final product. And that's what the bottom of a yogurt pot usually looks like. When you use stainless, that's baked on so tight that it will not release. So I think that's why I had to use a strainer this time. This part's simple: clean lid, clean ring. When your yogurt's inoculated, you have 2 ways that you can incubate it. You can incubate it in your Instant Pot on a wire rack. You just set the jars right inside, put a little bit of water, maybe 2 inches of water, and you can run the yogurt setting. Has 2 functions on it. There's the scald function. You don't want to use that one, but you can use the timer function, which will keep your pot warm for as long as you want to incubate for. I usually shoot for 12 to 18 hours. Sometimes I do 24 hours, but the way I'm going to do it today is actually in the stand-up dehydrator or my air fryer. Okay, so here's my stand-up air fryer, which also has a dehydrate function. It takes a little maneuvering to get those puppies in there, so don't feel like they don't fit. You just might have to tilt them. Close the door. You find your dehydrate function. You're going to lower it to 100 degrees. And then you're going to up the time. Like I said, I like to shoot for 18 hours. I'm going to do this one for 20 hours. After the 20 hours is up, you have made yourself some fresh homemade pot style yogurt. It's called pot style yogurt because you are inoculating your yogurt or incubating your yogurt inside the jars that you're going to be eating it out of. The benefit from that is that you do not disturb the curd. So some people have recipes that you do the entire process in the Instant Pot in your giant stainless steel sleeve. That is a great way to do yogurt, but you're going to break the curd mass when you dump the yogurt to strain, or when you dump the yogurt to put it into jars. And if you're not going to be making Greek yogurt, that can leave you with a very weak, very runny yogurt. So the pot yogurt style or method is really great because the yogurt stays and comes out really thick. Yes, you're still just making regular or thinner style yogurt, but the curd mass does not break. So not a lot of people explain this when they do yogurt tutorials, and I only learned this maybe 6 months into my yogurt making journey. You can also flavor your yogurt before you pot it or before you decant it into the jars. I don't have a recipe for that right now, but I'm working on one. And if you prefer to use this style or this method of yogurt making and you still want to strain it into Greek yogurt, you can do so. You would just line a colander with a muslin cloth, butter muslin, or just an old t-shirt that you've sanitized, and you put it, put the colander over a big pot, pour in the yogurt, and then you put a pot lid or a plate over it, and you can put that in the fridge, and 6 to 8 hours later, you'll have nice, thick Greek yogurt. I hope you liked the video, and if you try this, please let me know how it worked out for you, and if you have any questions, just DM me.